Statistics like these have made for a difficult and challenging year for healthcare workers. They're experiencing exhaustion, heartbreak, illness, and more as they fight through this pandemic. But as MTN's Jill Valor reports, in spite of it all, people are stepping up to join the fight.
If you didn't know what a respiratory therapist was before the pandemic, you probably do now, as they're saving lives in the fight against COVID. It's a battle attracting many new healthcare heroes.
We have seen an uptick in interest in healthcare careers in the wake of the pandemic. I think a lot of students are looking around thinking, I want to be part of the solution.
At Missoula College, the pandemic does not seem to be scaring students away. Enrollment is robust in the 6 healthcare programs offered. Learning in a pandemic can be tricky, but also unique.
One, we still get to go to clinicals and we still get to physically learn from doing, and especially with everything going on with COVID, we're learning a lot of those safety precautions, and it's very real. There's a lot of hands-on learning, and even with the safety nets that we have with the masks and the gowns, and students aren't, going into the COVID rooms themselves. We get to learn by doing in this program rather than by watching, and I really enjoy that.
Many students come to Missoula College's healthcare curriculum already trained as a CNA or an EMT. It gives them a competitive edge, but more than that, it gives them a glimpse into the real world of medicine that isn't always pretty.
Some students all they know about healthcare is they watch Grey's Anatomy, and they really aren't familiar enough. So getting a little of that basic entry-level experience, it really dispels any kind of false notions they may have about healthcare. When you're showing up at 7 a.m. to take care of sick people, you're going to figure out really quickly if healthcare is for you.
And the jobs are out there. Students often graduate with employment waiting for them. Missoula College is also looking into more outreach to rural areas of Montana.
Rural areas have the greatest shortages, and we're trying now to get some programs going to support Native American students, especially those that want to return to their reservations to provide healthcare assistance. We're finding we're making more of an effort to recruit students into rural facilities.
What Dan Funch sees is enthusiasm and a drive to succeed.
Whether we're talking about here in Missoula, throughout Montana, or nationwide, students with health degrees, they'll find that they're not necessarily lucrative, right? You're not going to be rich, but these jobs are very meaningful and they're very productive, and it's very easy to get employment in almost any place you'll look.
In Missoula, Jill Valley, MTN News.
Thank you so much, Jill.